A very good evening and welcome all of you to this new session on the current affairs. So I am here again with a new current affairs topic. So where we discuss it in a detailed analytical manner. So I am extremely sorry for yesterday because of certain technical issue. The video could not be uploaded. We are looking into it, and in future we will try to be more regular in this aspect. Also, I am thinking of starting a new course on the polity. So on certain days we will be taking up the polity topics. Okay. So for today I will be discussing with you this issue of fertilizer subsidy. So what is happening at present about this in the fertilizer subsidy sector is that government is trying to bring certain changes in order to reduce the diversion of the urea based fertilizers. So what are the changes which are the government is trying to bring? We will try to understand that. But first of all, we need to understand what is a fertilizer. So a fertilizer is a natural or synthetic material. It could be a natural material or as well as synthetic material. And this is applied to the soil or the plant tissues, to the soil and the plant tissues for what? In order to increase the plant growth by providing it essential nutrients. Nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, iron, zinc, etc. Okay. So what kind of nutrients? Nitrogen, very essential for the growth of the plant. Phosphorus, potassium, zinc, iron, lead. Okay, so these are the nutrients which plants require in order for their orderly and good growth. So these fertilizers in India, they are applied for the development of the crops, for various kinds of the crop, for example for wheat, for rice, maize, barley, etc. So there can be natural as well as synthetic fertilizers. Natural fertilizers, they are mostly made out of biological product, that is animal manure, whereas the synthetic materials, they are prepared by this chemical fertilizer industry. The examples could be the nitrogen, phosphorus and the potash, which is prepared by the chemical fertilizer industry. And what could be the example of this animal manure? Biofertilizers. Okay, biofertilizer, compost, so that is also a animal manure. Okay, so compost could be prepared by using the animal manure as well as the waste products from the vegetables, fruits, etc. So now coming on to the next part, that is the urea and the non-urea fertilizer. So the urea fertilizer, it gets more subsidy in compared to the non-urea fertilizer. So our main focus would be on the urea fertilizers. Okay, so this urea fertilizer, it has around 46% of the nitrogen. So nitrogen is very essential for the growth of the plants. So that is why urea becomes very important for the growth of the crops as well as the different plants. Okay, so not only urea is used in the agriculture sector, but also it is used as a cattle feed in the veterinary sector, where they try to increase the milk growth from the animals. Also it is used for adulteration. Other thing is that it is used for plastic production. So this urea, which is being subsidized by the government, it has several other uses. Okay, in further we will understand how this urea subsidy is being misused by number of the bulk buyers. So it is used as a cattle feed, it is used in the plastic production, also it is used as a binder in the plywood industry. Okay, next, I already told you that it is used for growth of the plants and the crops. Also, one more important thing about this urea is that it is being smuggled to the Nepal and Bangladesh. It is so cheap at present that it is being smuggled to these neighboring countries and being misused for other kinds of purposes. Now we will try to understand how much subsidy government offers on the urea. So actually, this is the actual price. So actual price depending on the cost of the production in India, or if you are going to import it. So the actual cost of production of urea per ton is 17,000 rupees. If you are going to import it, it is going to be around 23,000 per ton. But at present, government had kept this price of urea at 5,922 rupees per ton. So this is a huge amount of subsidy being offered by the government to the farmers. So here the price of the urea is being fixed by the government. So now coming on to the non-urea fertilizers. So non-urea fertilizers, this sector has been deregulated by the government. So here the prices, they are fixed by the companies and not by government. So it is very costly as compared to the urea fertilizers. For example, DAP, it is around 10,231 rupees subsidy. Okay. So on this non-urea fertilizers, government provides low amount of subsidy, or it has adopted a new method of providing subsidy for this non-urea fertilizer, that is nutrient based subsidy. For example, subsidy is provided based on the nutrients. For example, these secondary nutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus, potash and sulfur. So an annual subsidy is provided on the basis of the secondary nutrients. Okay. So this has started from year 2010. It is given by the Department of the Fertilizers, Ministry of Commerce and Fertilizer. So why this issue has come into limelight again is that government is trying to reduce this diversion, pilferage, leakage of urea fertilizer for non-farm purposes. So first we will try to understand how this subsidy is paid to the companies. Okay, so government is fixing the prices of this urea fertilizers, so it has to pay them certain amount of subsidy. So till 2018, what used to happen, that this company, they used to bag the urea fertilizers and used to send them to district godowns. As soon as the bagged material reached district godown, they became eligible to receive their subsidies. So they become eligible to receive subsidies. There was a lot of diversion. Okay, in some cases there was a lot of pilferage and leakages from the starting point to end point. That is from the point of the gate from where the company was situated to the godown. There were lot of corruption in between. There was lot of diversion of the material. So there was loss of a lot of money, or the exchequer money. Okay. So what happened in March 2018 was that DBT, or the direct benefit transfer scheme, was introduced in this urea fertilizer sale. So direct benefit transfer is a revolutionary technology, because now what happens, that this subsidy is directly transferred into the account of the beneficiaries. So now the manner of the subsidy has changed. How it has changed? For example, if I am a farmer and I have to buy certain amount of fertilizers, or for example, I have to buy 10 bags of urea. So I will go to a retail outlet selling fertilizers or urea fertilizer, and I will present to him my Aadhaar card, and this sale could only be made by introducing the Aadhaar card. And this sale of urea fertilizers or non-urea fertilizer, it is then recorded on this portal of Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizer, that is e-Urvarak portal. Okay. So this sale, once it is made from the retail outlet after the sale to farmer, so it is then registered with the e-Urvarak portal. So every bag of fertilizer which is being sold by these retail outlets to the farmers or the other users, it is being recorded on this portal. So government now knows who is buying the bulk amounts of fertilizers, but we cannot know the purpose for which they are buying. Okay, so that is the problem. At present, a farmer he is eligible to buy 100 bags at one point of time. 100 bags of urea, of fertilizers at one point of time. And you can buy this fertilizer any number of times in a year. Okay, so on one hand, it is leading to misuse of this urea fertilizer subsidy. On the other hand, it is again being overused in the farmer sector, okay, or the farming sector, leading to deterioration in the quality of the soil. So as a result, in order to tackle all this, the government is now trying to introduce certain changes. What they are trying to do now is that they are thinking that why not cap the number of the bags which we are being sold to the farmer to a certain amount. For example, a farmer would be able to buy only 20 bags at in a cropping season. For example, we are taking this, so he would be able to buy 20 bags of fertilizers at in any cropping season. For example, if the cropping season is Rabi or Kharif, these are the two major cropping seasons in India. Okay, so in Rabi season he can buy this 20 bags of urea fertilizers So this is being done in order to reduce this pilferage, leakage and diversion of the urea fertilizer to the other sectors. We already discussed that it is being misused by the large producers for the production of the plastic as a binder in the plywood industry, the cattle feed sector, in the feed is used. Okay, so this non okay, and this wastage of this urea subsidy has to be stopped. So that is why the government is now trying to fix this amount of the bags of the urea fertilizer. So in Rabi season you can buy 20 bags, for example. In Kharif season you can buy 20 bags. For example, at present a farmer can buy 100 bags at a single point of time, and these 100 bags of fertilizer they could meet the requirements of how much of area? They could meet the requirements of 20 acres. So this is a very large area which could be covered with the 100 bags of fertilizer. So this is the thing which is being done at present. So in the future, the number of the bags of fertilizer which a farmer receives will be limited in order to reduce the burden of the fertilizer subsidy, or in order to reduce the leakage of the urea fertilizer which is being misused by the other bulk producer. So that was all from my side on the fertilizer subsidy. So I will meet you again in a new video. If you like this video, kindly like and share it as much as possible. Okay, till there, take care. Thank you.